What's up, YouTube? It's Jay. Welcome back to the channel. It is questionable behavior, but I'm not questioning this behavior. So, it's all about Philadelphia for me. It really is, because I really think we're different. We're different than most other cities in the way that we behave. And I'm very proud of it. And I just notice Philadelphia people that much more anytime I encounter them. Especially the people that I consider my friends, we are all very similar. And for me to explain it to everyone would be, I guess, a bit different if you don't really understand how we are. We're very upfront, we're very honest, straightforward. Now, keep in mind, that don't mean everybody, because there's some haters in Philly too, just like there's haters everywhere. That being said, I most recently checked out Club Shay Shay, and Amber Rose was on. And I really didn't know what to expect, but I decided to watch. And although I can't bring you the content from that particular interview, I did find another interview that she is talking, and she's very smart. You know, I can tell what she's about, and it's Philly through and through. You know, just the whole vibe and the whole attitude and the, you know, the way we talk and so on and so forth. It's just different. It's real chill. And it's not about being cool. It's about being real. You know, Philly people are real. You know, and I'm not saying that other cities aren't real. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying, because I got a lot of love for a lot of different cities. But my heart belongs to Philadelphia and always will. Unless, you know, some other people from some other cities, you know, show me something other than what I already know. And yeah, it's exceptional. In Philadelphia, just so you know, you're exceptional. You know, I love you guys, and I really want to lift up our city. And I'm going to close before I get to Amber's video. I'm going to say this. You know, we're very grateful, too. We're grateful that, you know, we are the way we are. It's very spiritual. It's not religious, but it's, for me, personally, I'll speak for myself, but I think I can speak for Philadelphia. They didn't get the city brotherly love by accident. They didn't. What other city do you know that has that slogan? Any? None. So, yeah, it is what it is. And I'm always going to love it and always going to rep it. All right, so let's get into Amber a little bit, and I'll comment, you know, but her flow is just like exactly what I believe Philly is all about, and that's about being real.
The key to effective co-parenting, since, you know,
I wanted to ask
we're
about
preparing
this, yeah.
We're probably gonna have to be doing that soon.
Nullify the prenup, get a divorce, drop him and pick it up.
You guys are crazy.
It's like, don't pretend.
But how does that work? Because I always like see parents, especially like celebrities, co-parenting, and I'm like, wow, that is so amazing that they were actually able to pull it off. But like with you and Wiz, you seem like you do like a really good job of it.
No, we're literally like best friends. That's why.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
He just had a Halloween party. I was over there with my other son Slash and Bash, and even Slash not being his baby, he picks him up, he plays with him. Like we're just a family. And that's just how we look at it. So once you just make it about the kids and not who he's f***ing or who she's f***ing or what they're doing, life is easy.
Was it really rocky in the beginning of your co-parenting relationship and you guys like had to learn how to navigate it, or was it always good?
I think it was hard. I think it's only hard when you still have feelings. Once you let the feelings go and you understand that you have to make it about the child, or you're just going to argue all day about dumb shit that's irrelevant.
Yeah.
It's gonna be terrible for the kid. So yeah, you just suck it up. And he has a girlfriend, Amy. I love Amy. She's great. And you know, we're just a big family.
And you guys go to baseball games together and stuff. That's
everything.
awesome.
Yeah, we do everything. Yep. Wow. Holidays, everything.
It's
like
so mature.
Yeah, exactly. It's so mature, but it's got to be that transition out of being in love and then going through this traumatic breakup and then still having a co-parent. Like that's got to be the rocky thing to survive. How do you not just start f***ing each other again and like fall back into the relationship? It just feels like it would be so trepidatious to make it through that valley.
Yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't imagine.
Now I want to pause the video there for a second because he just said something that was kind of disrespectful. And this is what I'm talking about knowing what to say and how to say it. So he's probably trying to get views and be like entertaining or interesting or whatever, but you could have said that way differently and been mad cool about it. So what he said specifically, and both his girl, or about to be ex, and Amber just got silent. It was kind of like, it seemed to me like they were turned off by what he said. And what he said was, how do you guys co-parent and really be around each other and not start fucking one another? And that's not the way to say that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that is kind of disrespectful. What he could have said, real smooth, is like, well, how do you and, Wiz, co-parent together and not want to get back together? Isn't there some like emotions or feelings or intimacy? I mean, do y'all look at each other and feel that fire, get reignited? Isn't that better than saying, do y'all get together and start fucking? I mean, dude, like, oh my God, man. This is what I'm talking about people and knowing what to say and how to say it. Listen, I'm not impressed by him at all. Anyway, let's listen some more.
I feel like it'd be so
Yeah,
hard.
I'm the type of person, like, when I'm like done, I'm just like, I'm done. So.
Do they have to do you really dirty, or is it like you just check out when it's like you guys say
Yeah,
it's over?
I can't necessarily apply that to Wiz per se, but like every other relationship that I had, like when I'm done, I'm just like completely checked out. Like I'm like almost like a psychopath. Like I have no feelings at all.
That's crazy, because I mean, even people who are like, okay, I admit the relationship should have ended. It probably wasn't good for us. But then there's like that period of mourning everything that you had and we're going to have together, and you just don't go through that period, or like
I'm the type of person, like when I get my feelings hurt, I'm an asshole.
Okay.
So I'm not nice when I get my feelings hurt. I'm not gonna say you hurt my feelings.
Okay.
Like I'm not that girl. Like I'm a real South Philly hood bitch at heart. And when I get my feelings hurt, I'm not vengeful or nothing like that, but I will remove myself out of your life completely as if you never knew me.
And they come crawling back, and you're just like,
They always do. Yeah, they always do. But no, I'm good.
I feel like when you're going through a breakup is where in your head you have to be like, okay, it's time to like at least pretend to be a fucking psychopath in the meantime, because you have to like really like not care. You have to like force yourself to not care to make it through this part of the breakup or whatever. And then maybe you can start to become more of like a normal human being to the other person. But like you have to kind of just be able to just switch it off for a while.
I know, but then when you throw in like the co-parenting thing, and you're like, well, now I have to communicate with this person that I'm trying to just cut off from my life.
Oh no, but Wiz, I cried for like 3 years straight.
Oh, so you did have a heart.
Shit.
Yeah, no, for Wiz for sure. That was the love of my life. That's why I said it. I can't apply that to Wiz, but yeah, I cried for. I used to just sit in the shower and be like, "Fuck,"
And then you have to see him because you guys have a kid together.
yeah.
Wow. That probably made it just take so much longer to get
terrible.
over it.
Yeah, it was pretty terrible.
Wow.
But okay, so
It's really big of you to be able to admit that, though. I feel like I would not be able to admit that. Like,
Yeah.
I'd feel like, no, he can't know, you know?
well, I mean, if we broke
Oh,
up,
no,
there
he
would be a
knows.
lot of hiding of emotions
No,
for
but
a
he-
long time before we started to be able to actually be real about it. Don't you think?
Yeah.
No,
But I
Wiz
think most
feels the
people-
same way. We've had this conversation. He's said it in interviews and stuff like that. We were each other's soulmates, and I think that's why we're able to still be close and co-parent and not like be realistic about where we are.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
But if you're really soulmates, how do you not just try to resurrect it at some point? You know?
Well, because then you get other people involved, and now he has a girlfriend. He's been with her
True.
for like 4 or 5 years.
Oh, wow.
And she's a sweetheart. She's amazing.
Okay, how does that work for you as the mom of the kid that you guys have together, and then there's another woman being introduced? Like, how do you introduce that other woman into your kid's life? Talk about it. Was it hard for you? Was it weird? Because that's another component, like, of the co-parenting part, like the other party, you know?
No, because I grew up with step parents.
Okay.
So I know, like, even the love I have for my step parents, they weren't my parents. And so, like, you got to, like, let go of your ego and be like, not think that like this other person is gonna like take away the love.
But
that
were
your
you
child
like
has
grilling
for
her?
you.
Because I feel like I'd be like grilling someone.
No,
like
I'm not
checking them.
No,
background check.
I'm girl power, so I don't do shit like that. Like I'm not that girl.
Yeah, she's girl power too, but she's still going to assume that any girl that I'm dating is popping ecstasy pills and shit
You
like
have
that,
a
right?
bad track record. Okay.
Is it me? Or are a lot of people just corny? I mean, you see this? They saying some dumbass shit. Well, yeah, I mean, Amber already said that she was cool with Wiz's girlfriend, who he's been with for 4 or 5 years. So there's respect before stepping over the line to some emotions that previously, Wiz didn't treat her right, cheated, whatever it was. I don't know the story that in depth. But she already told them that. Now, I understand when you're in the middle of an interview and you want to get the story or something exciting is said and, get you more views. I mean, that's what YouTube is all about, right? But Amber told them earlier. And then she just told them again. And then this idiot, the boyfriend, the dude over here with the stupid look on his face, says to his girl, well, yeah, she's still gonna, grill me because she's gonna take the girls and taking ecstasy pills. And like, nigga, shut up. Like, corny. And this is what I mean. This is what I mean about Philly and our flow and how we keep it real, but we keep it fun and cool. Amber said something else about the ego and letting that ego go and trying to be super special. Just let it happen because it will happen. If it's in you, it will come out of you if you know how to express it. What I will share with you is this. She mentioned on Club Shay Shay that the way that she got with Kanye West was real interesting. So the story on the internet back in the day was that he found her in the strip club and he saved her. He took her back to LA. Well, she's like, yo, that's not the truth at all. So basically she was doing music videos and she was getting, a lot of attention doing those music videos. And Kanye found out about her that way. He saw her in a music video. I think Ludacris and Chris Brown, What Them Girls Like. Yeah, that was the one. Anyway, so he acted like he had a video going and invited her out to be in the video. But she came out to be in the video and there was no video. Okay, Kanye liked her and therefore brought her to LA and took her to dinner the first night, what have you, and she's like, okay, cool, all right, let's go to dinner. And basically the next day came and, he wasn't saying anything. She's like, I only brought a set of clothes because I figured I'd be going back home just as soon as this video's done, as I've done on the other videos I've done. So what's going on, bro? Like, 3-4 days had passed and the same stuff every day is happening. So yeah, Kanye, basically, scooped her up, but not out the strip club. And the other thing I'll say about Amber that I didn't show in Club Shay Shay because I can't, is that her story was the reason she started stripping was because, and she was 15 years old when she started stripping. What stripper strips at 15 years old? Not many. And her story just rang as very true. So her mom, had some mental issues because her mother committed suicide when she was 10 years old. Amber's mom's mom committed suicide when Amber's mom was 10 years old. And she never recovered from it. That trauma, can you imagine? I couldn't imagine. So she was always a little broken, okay? And Amber described it as she, really kind of took care of her mom in a lot of ways. Her mom took care of her as best she could. But what happened, her stepfather, in and around the times that she was 15 years old, was an alcoholic. And he was, doing jobs in the neighborhood, and he would take the deposits that he would get, and he would never finish the jobs. And they ended up getting evicted from their apartment. Now, she's 15 years old, and she's off on her own. So what she says she tried to do, which I thought was hysterical, was sell crack. Now, can you imagine Amber Rose on a corner selling crack? She said she tried it for about 2 hours and she was scared out of her mind, all the people coming up to her and probably looking at her like, what you doing selling crack, girl? I'm about to take you in the back alley. So she didn't know what to do. She couldn't sell crack. And she said some of the girls in the neighborhood told her, well, you're pretty, you could dance, and get some money. And reluctantly, she said, she did it. She didn't want to. She was scared, very scared. And she said the first night she stripped on Club Shay Shay, she made all of $33. And she said she'll never forget that amount because she was able to eat that night. She was able to get some food, and she went back the next night, and it got better and better. And she ended up stripping for quite some time. But yeah, interesting story, very interesting. And I never knew that story and never knew that she had gone through those types of life challenges and had been able to overcome them. So, big ups to Amber. I got a lot of respect for her that I never had for her previously because I didn't know her story. And the way she told her story was just like a Philadelphia G. Straight up from the heart, truth. This is what it is. And guess what? That's who I am. So much respect to her. My name is Jay. Channel's Questionable Behavior. I hope you liked the video. I know I've been going on and on here, and I wish I had more content for you, but they like to copyright these things, and quite honestly, I think I could do a better job interviewing Amber. Shannon Sharpe was really good. He was really good, and I have a lot of respect for Shannon Sharpe. He is a very good interviewer. But the video that I did show, I do a better job interviewing than he did, because he was a joke as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, my name is Jay. Channel's Questionable Behavior.